Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Welcome back to Ramon at Home. I'm so excited you're here today because this is a really special video. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the DIYs for Christmas that we've already done this year. So we're gonna take a look back at all of the DIYs that we've done for Christmas so far. The reason why I wanna do this is because I feel like the season for 2022 is just getting started. So we started back in July, you guys. We started with the trends for Christmas. We've done some Christmas trees. We've done some DIYs that I want you to take just a quick look back before we move forward with the Christmas season for 2022. There's still so many DIYs and projects coming your way that I really think you will be dazzled. Now keep in mind that all of these projects are going to be listed in the description box below as they appear. For instance, our very first look is going to be to the Christmas trends. That's going to be the video, and also I'm gonna put the timing on the description box below so that you know which video is next. So if you are interested, please stay tuned. Don't forget to like this video and share with your friends, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing because you will not want to miss what's coming up next for the Christmas season 2022. So to get started with this Christmas DIY tour, which is what I'm going to call it, we're gonna go back all the way to July where I gave you the Christmas trends for 2022. Let me show you a few of them. One of my favorite Christmas trends for 2022 is the emerald green and gold. Look how spectacular this is. It actually reminds me of the Wizard of Oz for some reason. It is so beautiful, beautiful combination, and it's something you guys can look forward to this Christmas 2022 here at Ramon at Home because we'll be doing a lot of emerald green and gold. I just want to mention these beautiful velvet poinsettias. Look how absolutely gorgeous these are, you guys. It has a glitter tip and they're made out of velvet. They're just absolutely beautiful, and I am obsessed with this beautiful color. And if you pair that with a gold, oh my gosh, it is just a winner combination and trend for 2022. I love talking to you guys about Christmas trends for the years because it can give you some ideas on how to decorate your own Christmas tree, your very own home, a swag or a garland this Christmas season. And these, you guys, it is so beautiful. Look at this poinsettia with a gold middle on it, a selection of ornaments and really deep green, and then also in a variation of golds. It is so gorgeous, but what I like too is because you can combine this with the peacock theme, and for that I pulled out this peacock feather theme ribbon and then also this peacock ornament. It can go so well because it has that same color trend for 2022. They pair this with a lot of gold accents like these beautiful Christmas trees that I am obsessed with. I think I might have to take some of these home. They're only under $9, so why not? And then also I want to mention the selection of ornaments. This, I have to show you this one right here, you guys. How beautiful. Don't let them know that I took it out of the package, but look how beautiful, a combination of emerald green and gold. It is one of the hottest Christmas trends for these years. We saw it all over our market, and if you like green and gold, this is maybe something that you might want to do. So right now, I'm gonna give you a close-up of all of the items you'll need to put this Christmas trend together for 2022. Keep watching. Okay, so now I'm gonna give you a close-up of some of the items that compose the emerald green and gold theme trend for 2022. And that's going to be, like I mentioned to you before, this beautiful, exquisite dipped magnolia. This is a crushed velvet that they dip on green glitter. I love, if you guys know, I love glitter, and I'm sure you can see it on my clothes by now. So you're gonna need some of those. The other thing that you might need is this beautiful poinsettia right here. Let me see if they have one right here. Yes, it comes on this longer stem, and it comes in a variation of sizes as well. I'm always telling you, you guys, to fluff your poinsettias because look, they come flat, but if you just go ahead and take a second to give them a little bit of life and then bend those tips, you got yourself a beautiful poinsettia in gold. So I'm just gonna add it right here, and they have this really cute gold one at the tip, and then that green one right here. I'm gonna put this right here real quick. What you're going to need also is a variation of these beautiful picks. They are glittered. They are just absolutely beautiful how they glisten on the light, they catch the light, and that's what Christmas is all about. Let me see, what else do they have? Oh, I'm gonna go down a little bit, but I want you to see these beautiful ornaments. I call these the Beyonce earrings because they are something she would wear as an earring, but I just want you to get a hold of how many beautiful jewels. It's encrusted. It has this beautiful jewel in the middle and it's just absolutely exquisite. And there's some of those in this Christmas tree right here. And then of course the ribbon. This is a beautiful D. Stevens ribbon. I'm gonna see if I can pull the end of it out before I tag myself. I'm gonna put that back in. And look how beautiful this rich, beautiful velvet ribbon with a gold lame in the back. It is just absolutely exquisite, and this is the epitome of this Christmas trend for 2022, which is the emerald green and the gold. What do you guys think? Okay, as I mentioned to you on this particular trend, this is one of the trends that I see that is just gaining a lot of traction throughout the market, and it's a dual color Christmas tree or wreath or any swag or a garland for that matter. But I just want to show you how beautiful this turned out, and I am super excited to share with you guys this Christmas tree when it comes out, and you will see how it was put together. It was perhaps one of my favorite trees that I've done my whole career. And I also want to show you how they added some really cute hand-tied bouquets in silver, and then another one over here in gold to go with the theme. Very on trend. And as I mentioned to you before, they have all of the items right here to make it easy for you to shop, whether it's the ornaments, the ribbons, or accents to go in your home. It is super fun to just come here and shop and get inspired for the Christmas trends of 2022. So I want to give you a close-up real quick of this glorious Christmas tree, you guys, and I'm gonna get close so you can see all of the florals and all of the ornaments that we use depicts in the ribbons selection. It is just so gorgeous. Golds, rose golds, creams just make a perfect theme or trend for 2022, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. Also, I love the selection of crystals, and some of the ornaments they use right here are perfect. Let me show you. Sharing the Christmas trends video every year is my favorite thing to do because I feel like I get to help you decide what theme, what trend, or what color scheme you're putting into your home. I love giving you all of the ideas. So if you have not seen that video, I really recommend you go watch it. There's so many Christmas trends and decorating ideas to pick from. Now, if you've seen it and if you have your favorites, I have to talk about the next video that I'm gonna share with you, which is a very traditional gold and red Christmas tree that I had so much fun putting together in hopes to inspire you to create something beautiful. Let's take a look. So now that our Christmas tree is all full with the ribbons, what we're going to do is we're gonna add our ornaments. And I want to point out that it really is convenient if you keep all of your ornaments in a box or somewhere where they're just gathered together so you don't have to be picking from different places. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wire, the same wire that I was using to use my ribbons. Now, excuse that the tags are here, but we are a Shinoda and they have to sell this product, so we have to keep the tags. Otherwise, if I see tags in anyone's homes, I'm gonna come myself and I'm gonna take it out for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start right here. You wanna wire your ornament and you wanna go as far in as you can into the tree and just swirl that wire into one of the branches and your ornament's going to stay there. This is the best technique you can do because it doesn't matter if your kitties or your doggies were to like, or how do you say it, to put your tree on the floor. Well, you don't have to worry about it because they're wired together. So just wire that into the tree and we're going to go down. Now remember that the bigger the ornament, the further down into the tree it has to go. If we were to add this to the very top, it would just look out of whack. So we want to make sure that we add the larger ones into the tree going down. I want to say from half of the tree down, that's where you want most of your larger ornaments to go. And as I mentioned, you want to make sure that you wire them into the tree so they're not going anywhere. I have a few more. And just once again, make sure that you drive that wire through, pull up, go down. I'm gonna go down here. Just go all the way in and attach to one of the branches. You want these larger ones to just basically peekaboo, and the way we're going to do that is going to be with the stems. If you've been watching the channel for a few years now, if you've seen some of the Christmas videos, you guys know that I've always tell you about that you can put all the beautiful ribbons on your tree, all the beautiful ornaments, but if you don't have the right stems to make it dense and to make that depth into the tree, it's just not going to look right, at least not for me. So one thing that I always tell you to invest on is your ribbon. You want to have a wider or width ribbon, and then also a beautiful stem that is going to create that depth into your tree. All right, so let me see. I want to add one over to this side. You also remember the rules that what happens on the left happens on the right, and what goes up must come down, and that also is for your ornaments because you want to create balance. That is like the rule that I came up with to balance whether it's an arrangement, a wreath, a Christmas tree. And you also have to step back from it over here to see where is it that you need your ornament placed. And I feel like we need one up here. So I'm gonna stick my hand. See, remember I told you that no, don't worry about the ribbons until the end, because all of these ornament placement really is getting your ribbons all squished, but at the end we're gonna go in there and fluff one more time. Now here's the other tip I wanna give you is you always add the type of ornament at the same time. So I have 2 different colors and 3 different textures, but you want to make sure that you use one ornament at a time till you run out of it, because that also is going to give you more balance. If you step back and look at your tree, you can see where you need some of these ornaments placed. If you were to adding one of this and one of that, you're gonna lose the balance of your tree. So make sure that you do that. So this one needs to go in the bottom. I'm gonna attach it right here by swirling my wire into one of the branches, and it just literally sits on the branch. Okay, so now I'm gonna move into the gold one. That's gonna be our second one, and I have 2, 3, I have 5 of them. So I have to distribute 5 of these gold ornaments into the tree, and I'm gonna start right here on the top, and I'm gonna work my way down. So basically what you wanna do is you wanna do this, one here, one here, one here, one here. So because this one's right here, I have to add one over on this side. What happens on the left happens on the right. So many of you guys have told me that that has helped you, especially with your arrangements. And let me tell you, it does help me create some balance into my Christmas trees and all the things that I make. All right, so I have one here. Now I have to move over to this side to continue that pattern. So I'm gonna go over here. And the wider the ornament, you know, that is another thing that if I could just tell everybody, those smaller ornaments, don't buy them. They don't show on your Christmas tree. Unless you have a small Christmas tree, then sure, you know, they're going to show. But if you're gonna have a small ornament, you know, those little ones that are like 4 inches or 2 inches, you need to cluster them together. And I'll show you in some other video. Actually, I have a whole video on how to create beautiful clusters of ornaments. If you have not seen that video, I'm gonna link it down below. Wasn't that super gorgeous? As I told you, red and gold is a huge traditional trend that is just getting popularity this year. So if you have not seen that video, it's also going to be linked down below so you can watch it in its entirety. But we're gonna move on now. What I shared with you next was a shopping guide. The #1 question that I always get is like, Ramon, why can I see the tree when you're done with it? And so in that video, I explained to you what kind of tree, what kind of lights, how many ornaments, what kind of ribbon you should pick. Let's take a look real quick. Okay, so if you've been following on YouTube for a few years now, that you know that I love to decorate a Christmas tree. And this tree right here is my favorite to decorate. They come in different sizes, but I bought a 4.5. This is a Yuletide pine, by the way. It runs you about $79, and I found it at Hobby Lobby. What I like about this size is because it's a smaller size. They come in 9 foot, 7 foot, and these 4, I think it's a 4.5 or 5 foot Yuletide pine. And I like to put it in an urn to elevate it, and I love to let the ornaments dangle. Now this tree right here It's for design only, you guys. Think of a wreath. When you're making a wreath, you buy all that pine and you want to use it just to attach all of your ribbons and your ornaments and all of the things that you put on a wreath. Well, it's the same thing with your Christmas tree. And that's why I like this one. I like the size because when you have a smaller size Christmas tree like this one, you can put it in an urn, elevate it, it elevates the look, and you have to spend less ornaments, less ribbons, less lights, and it's just so pretty. The one thing that I don't like about the Ulitude pine is that it doesn't have any weight on the arm, so it doesn't really hang on to ornaments that well. You have to use round ornaments and push them in. If you have any precious ornaments that you wanted to dangle into your Christmas tree, then you would have to buy some picks, which is another option, to buy picks. They are very sturdy, so that way you can give it some air and hang those ornaments from them. So that is the only thing that I don't like about this tree. I like it because it's very realistic to the touch. It already comes with lights, and I just absolutely love this particular Ulitude fir Christmas tree. I will show you later on, and we'll talk about ribbon and ornaments, but this is a good option. So if you're in a budget, like I said, it runs you under $80, and it is a really good tree. If you want to elevate the look, just go ahead and find an urn that you love, plant it in an urn, put a pot, put some concrete in it, put a base of it, and then that way you have a beautiful elevated Christmas tree. It comes with some really cute pine cones, and I just think it is perfect for design. And so that's the reason why when I decorate this Christmas tree right here, you will not see the Christmas tree, because you're not meant to see it, you're meant to design on it. That's what this particular Christmas tree is for. So that is Christmas tree number one. I hope this was a little informative. We're gonna move on to this beauty right here. Okay, so now that you know which Christmas tree is the best for you, now I wanna talk to you about the lights. Some trees do not come pre-lit, and therefore it's your job to light it. And sometimes we wonder what kind of lights is the best for our tree. Well, I'm gonna give you some options and ideas so that way you can decorate the most beautiful Christmas tree this Christmas season 2022. We're gonna start by buying these incandescent lights. They come in a pack of 100 or 50. Now keep in mind that if you are lighting a Christmas tree, you have to start from the bottom up, and it takes about 100 lights per foot of your Christmas tree. You might think that it doesn't make sense, but just keep in mind that as you go up, it gets narrower, so therefore you need less lights as you go. So these are incandescent. They are warm, and they're some of my favorite ones, but you guys, I have really fallen in love with this particular kind of lights that you can find at your Walmart store or any other craft store, and it's this LED warm white. LEDs used to be really blue, really harsh, but now they have done a warm white, and I want to show you the comparison. So this is LED, and as you guys can see, it's warm light, and then I'm gonna plug in this other one right here, which is just the regular. So these ones are warmer, but these ones are not as bright anymore, and I really do like the LED. They last longer, and when you decorate a Christmas tree and you start putting the ribbons on it, then it starts to get darker. So that's why I like the LEDs, because they're brighter, they shine brighter, and they show through the ribbons and the ornaments way better than just the incandescent light. So I really do recommend the LEDs if you have to start over from scratch, because if you already have some warm LED or warm lights, you might want to keep in mind that you want to continue to put the warm ones. Now here's the other secret, you guys. If you pre-light your Christmas tree every year, I really recommend to take your lights off, put them in a bundle like this, and store them in a little box or container like I have this one right here. Because that way when you put out your Christmas tree every year, then you don't add lights on top of lights, because most likely some of them are not gonna work, and some people have the tendency of just continue to adding lights to the Christmas tree, and before you know it, the Christmas tree is full with cords without lights, and it's just a mess, let me tell you. All right, so then the next one I wanna share with you, I'm gonna get my scissors out to show you. These are going to go on our candy themed Christmas tree this year, and I got these ones at Shinoda Design Center, and I love them because they are a rice light. But wait till you see what this beauty is. I'm gonna plug it in real quick. So it comes in this little box. Let me see if there's a price on it. No, there is not a price, but they're very affordable, and you can find them where your craft stores are. But like, it comes with this little plug right here. You take this out. I'm gonna plug it in now. And what I like about these particular lights is that how beautiful are these, you guys? They're multicolor. It's a string with, let me see, 240 lights. It has some different variations of colors. They're pastels. They're just absolutely gorgeous. And this is going to go in our candy theme Christmas tree this year. I cannot wait to share with you. I honestly hope that that video was helpful to you, because that is some of the questions that I get all the time in the comment section below. By the way, I cannot wait to read your comments, so leave me a comment down below and let me know what has been your favorite project that you've seen throughout the years here at Ramon at Home. Let me tell you, one of my favorite projects is the next one, which is a GLAM. I love doing GLAM, and you guys know that is one of my favorite themes to do. But this GLAM Christmas tree was absolutely special because it included all these beautiful florals and ornaments. I'm going to also link it down below in case you have not seen it, you can check it out. But right now, let's take a quick look. All right, you guys, so I am back and I just want to show you some of the florals that are going to go in this Christmas tree. Aren't these just absolutely gorgeous? They go well with the gold and the rose gold. They look like antique peonies and roses. They're just absolutely gorgeous. And to accent those, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a selection of picks like this rose gold one that is absolutely one of my favorites. And then we're going to combine it with this guy right here. So let's get started. This is going to be so much fun. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a peony, and then I'm going to grab a rose, and then I'm going to grab one of these other roses that are open. And what you want to do is you want to give them some dimension. So I want to pull that one up, and I want to bend them a little bit, whatever each way. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this gold pick, and I'm going to layer it like this. And then I'm going to grab this other pick right here, and I'm going to layer it. Let's see, where do we need it? On the top right here. But I want to layer them, so I want to make sure that there's dimension in them. So you want to make sure that you grab your flowers and you give them a little fluff like this, having the that little one up front. Then what you want to do is you want to grab this stem, and then you want to spin it around all of your flowers. And what you want to do is you want to bend this in half because you don't want it to come out of your Christmas tree. Then what you're going to do is going to grab this whole bundle of flowers, and you're going to add it somewhere in the hole of a tree right here, making sure that you grab a stem and you spin it around. And look how beautiful that looks. A bouquet of flowers with some glitter picks. That's a lot of glitter, by the way. I'm gonna do another one. So I'm gonna grab two of these different flowers and a small rose right here. And I'm gonna give them some dimension, and I'm gonna bend some of them whatever each way. Then I'm gonna grab a gold one, and I'm gonna layer that like a bed, like this, grabbing all of those together. Then I'm gonna insert this guy right here, which is like the whisper one. So you wanna make sure that you layer all of this together like this. Then you're gonna grab your longer stem, and you're gonna wrap all of that around all of your stems. You don't wanna lose them. So you wanna bend this in half so it doesn't come poking out of your tree. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find another spot, maybe, let's see, maybe right here. And I'm gonna lift some of those branches, and I'm gonna stick all of this in here. My, that Christmas tree is perhaps one of my favorite trees that I've done so far on my YouTube channel. And I said so far because I cannot wait to share with you at the end of this video some of the clips of future projects that you're yet to see. I really think you're going to be dazzled. But if GLAM is not your theme, which let me mention, this video, if you have not seen, it's worth watching over and over because I give you so many tips and ideas on how to decorate a gorgeous GLAM Christmas tree. But if GLAM is not your theme this year, I want to share with you a very rustic Christmas wreath that I did for my Etsy shop. Now, if you don't follow me on my Instagram and on my Etsy shop, I'm going to link them down below so you guys can check it out if you'd like to. But right now, I want to share with you this clip of this gorgeous, rustic, beautiful Christmas tree to inspire you to create your very own. Let's take a look. And because it has that steel, then it really does help to poke in. See how it's all radiating? So I have one, I actually have two left, so yay. Yay for me. And for whoever gets this one. You guys, I'm having so much fun putting all of these wreaths on Etsy, and thank you so much to everybody that has bought one. I am so excited to know that there's people out there in Illinois with a Ramon at Home wreath. It just means so much to me that you guys are actually supporting my little adventure. And the reason why I did it is because you guys can continue to ask, do you sell that? Do you sell that? Well, now I do. So go visit the shop. Like I said, that link is going to be down below. And there's so many pretty ones right now. All right, so I'm going to now add one right here to finish. I'm going to put some glue in here. And I'm going to go right about here. Just make sure you push that really good. And look how good that looks. Now, the reason why this works is because this is a rustic look, right? So you have to be a little bit more on the pine side. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna introduce my beautiful poinsettias with the jingle bells. And I'm gonna fluff them a little bit so they're a little bigger. I'm only going to add 2. Even the poinsettia, I'm going to cut and add a pick to it because like I said, the pick makes it so much easier, it won't bend. If you try to put the stem of the poinsettia just in the form, it'll bend and it'll be so hard for you guys to do that. So what I'm going to do is just add some glue to my pick. I'm gonna grab my poinsettia from the middle of it. I'm gonna go right here. I'm going to add her right in here. As you guys can see, this is a more rustic design that I came up with a lot of these beautiful buffalo check plaid ribbons and poinsettias with the jingle bells as the center. It has some mixture of pine and cedar and some beautiful berries with a frosted glitter, and they are absolutely gorgeous. This is such a rustic look. If you are more into the country, farmhouse, or just rustic, this is perfect for you, and I really hope that you like it as much as I did. Now, wasn't that super gorgeous? I had so much fun creating this beautiful rustic wreath DIY for you to recreate in your home. And let me tell you, the one on my Etsy shop sold and it went all the way to Vegas, and I cannot wait for the viewer to send me a picture. I want to see what it looks like on their door. Now, I want to let you know there is a matching Christmas wreath if you're into the rustic look coming very soon. You want to stay tuned for that. But if rustic is not the theme that you're going for this year and you want something more whimsical and more youthful, the GRINCH Christmas tree is perfect for you. Whether you have kids or grandkids, it's sure to make their hearts grow 3 times bigger. Let's take a look. So now for the big moment, I am going to attach our GRINCH. And for this, what I've done is I got some bolt wire that I already pre-cut, and I got it on his neck. And what you need to do is make sure that it's open because we're going to attach all the way into the center of our tree. So I just went ahead and cut some strings of this wire, and I put some right here and some on his waist because I want him to be tilted like this, so it has to be able to support the weight of the GRINCH. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the spot where I want him, and I think I want him probably right about here. And so I'm going to take all of the things that I had on the place, and I'm going to make sure that I push my bows over to the side. We'll fluff after we're done, but right now he is going to be inserted right here. I'm going to open my branch, and I want to make sure that I put it on a branch where there's weight to the branch, so that way it holds the weight of our Christmas tree. And so I'm going to disappear because I'm gonna have to go all the way to the back of the tree to put my hand in here and grab this wire. And don't worry if you kind of flatten your ribbons and all of your things, because you can always fluff them, you can always remove ornaments and replace them. But right now the important thing is that we attach this guy to the core. So I'm gonna go to the back so that I can see. Thumbs up if you are enjoying this video, and if you are doing the GRINCH theme, I cannot wait to read your comments. So leave a comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part of this particular Christmas tree. So once you have it onto the core of the tree, just go ahead and swirl that wire a few times. And we're gonna come here and give it a tilt like this to make sure that we see them. And then now what I'm gonna do is do the waist. I'm gonna pull that wire in, and then I'm going to swirl that wire into some of the branches of the tree to make sure that he's not going anywhere. So once we did that, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and fluff again your bows. And I'm going to put the pick that I took off. I'm going to give it another cute little fluff. And I'm going to put him right here. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this tree a fluff, and I'll give you a close-up of the end result. Keep watching. Woo! Wasn't that fun and playful? I had so much fun putting this beautiful Christmas tree together. And remember, the full video is going to be linked in the description box below, so you can check out how the whole thing was done. Now, if you don't have grandkids or kids in your home and you want something a little more playful but elegant at the same time, I'm going to inspire you with this beautiful wreath with a snowman theme. It was so much fun, so playful, but at the same time so elegant. I cannot wait for you to take a look. Okay, so we are almost done. I added all of my poinsettias and the clusters of little ornaments. You guys, this is turning out so beautiful, but I thought it needed some of these berries that has beautiful snow on it. And so I'm going to add just a few stems of it to make it look even more holiday. Look at that. That red berry with a white flock on it already makes it look more festive and more Christmassy. So just a few, we're not gonna add a lot, but I do want those berries to show, so I'm going to make sure that I am strategic about where I place them all throughout the wreath, and just make sure you go all the way around the wreath and you have them so that way, well, they're seen from everywhere. I'm gonna add one right here with this poinsettia. So I'm going to add right about here. Sometimes you have to go behind it and move it and groove it. There you go, like that. Let's see, no, actually I don't like that one. So sometimes you just have to pull out and pull back in and make sure that you are putting it where you want it to be, like that. Now we're talking. You don't want to miss that money maker right here. And I think I'm gonna add the last one right here. I'm gonna fluff this, put it on the door, and show you what it looks like. Keep watching. Okay, so this particular look right here, it's one of my favorite ones for the holiday season. I love these beautiful poinsettias. They're made out of felt, and it has like a chenille white cord around it. It makes it look like a Santa hat. The little plaque says, "Let us know," and it is perfect, you guys. It is packed with these beautiful ribbons in glitter, silver, red, and white, and then this beautiful scripted one that says Jingle Bells. It's got so many berries and pigs and ferns that are glitter, and it just glistens with the light. It is absolutely beautiful. You guys, I'm having so much fun sharing with you all of these beautiful Christmas DIYs to inspire you to create something beautiful the holiday season here in your own home. I cannot wait to see all of your pictures and all of your comments, so please be sure to leave me a comment down below and let me know what do you think and which one is your favorite one so far. Remember, there's still a lot to come, and I cannot wait to share all of those. So now I'm gonna share with you our last video, which was the beautiful gold and emerald tree that I just thought it turned out super elegant, glamorous, and very traditional looking. Let's take a look. Go like that, and look how pretty it's giving you that dimension. So now I'm gonna go over to this side, and I see where I put the other one right about the bow. So I'm gonna go right here, go right under this ornament, like that. Okay, I have a few more. So now I'm gonna go over to this side, and I'm gonna go over here behind this big ornament, like that. Look how gorgeous that, oh, that's looking so pretty. All right, so now I have a few left. So I'm gonna move over to this side, and I'm gonna probably go right about here. I'm gonna lift up my ornament, and I'm gonna go like that. You can always also use a branch to attach, like that. And for the last one, I'm gonna go up to the top and do what I did to the other side, but with a gold one. So basically just give it a little curvature like this. I'm gonna lift my bows and stick it right there. Now we'll fluff all the bows in a second, which I decided that I'm gonna add another step, which is going to be ribbons, ornaments, pick stems, florals, and fluff at the end, because you have to fluff at the end. All right, so now these beautiful, you guys, oh, this is so pretty. And every single stem is wire, and look at all of the jewels. This is what's going to really give us that extra oomph that our tree needs. Oh my gosh, look at that. So now I'm gonna add one right here on the front. Look at that. That makes it look like a jewelry box. It's so beautiful. And you know what? There's one thing that I can tell you: to invest yourself in some beautiful picks. Ornaments, you see them, but you really don't see them as much as you see the picks, which is what makes your tree come alive, come forward. So I really would say that if you should invest on something for your Christmas tree, that would be some beautiful quality stems and picks, because look at that. It gives it a sparkle. It just gives it all the life that it needs. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to this side. And who would have thought, like I said, that this tiny little Christmas tree could look this fabulous? A lot of people just see these trees and they never wanna buy them because they're small. Well, sometimes some of the best things in life come in smaller packages. All right, so now I'm gonna go over to this side, and I'm going to add one probably right here in the middle, right about here. Okay, so this beautiful emerald green and gold tree was absolutely gorgeous and glamorous. Right now, I want to share with you a beautiful GLAM lantern that we've done here on the channel. That's also going to be linked down below, and I really hope that you like it and you get inspired to decorate a beautiful lantern in your home this year. Let's take a look. All right, you guys, so to finish it off, I have already started on the other side, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add some of this coral looking glitter stem. This is so full of glitter and so pretty. And what's going to happen is you have to give it right here a crinkle. so that way it latches onto your garland very easily, and you can just put it right there. You can glue it if you want to, but you know what, I always tell you not to glue it, because then you can take it apart at the end of the season and then just reuse it. But as you guys can see, I'm just going on a step ladder motion, once again going down, and I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of my bristles and secure this one right here, just with a little tip to make sure that it's not going anywhere. I need to make sure that, yep. I'm gonna do one more at the bottom, and then we'll be done, and we'll go outside and put the planter together so you guys can see it all put together. So keep watching. Now that particular year, which I think it was about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I don't even remember anymore, but I had so much fun creating all of those looks to create something beautiful. So now I'm gonna share with you a very rustic reindeer that I did, kind of like a scarf treatment, that I really want you to take a look back. Let's see. All right, you guys, so for today's quick tip, I just want to show you how to spruce up this really cute reindeer neck. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab this garland, and any garland will do, but I do like this one because it's a little bit snowed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wrap this around his neck. No rhyme or reason. I just want him to look like he just went to the forest and got tangled up in some of this really pretty garland. So once you attach it, what you do need to make sure is that you fluff it a little bit. So if there's any flyaways, make sure that they fly away, and let it also sweep up and down. You want to make sure that it really looks intentional. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab this piece of ribbon right here. And before I attach it, it's going to be his scarf. I'm going to hang down some tails. All right, so I'm going to go make sure that I put it right here. It's kind of like a scarf, but it's really not. It's going to be a bow. Then I'm going to go ahead and tie that real quick. So I'm gonna have 3 bows right here. Then I have pre-made a bow already, and I'm gonna go ahead and use it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull one of my tails through here, and I'm gonna go ahead and attach this guy now. The ends are already dovetailed. I went ahead and did that to save some time, but you know, if I come to your house and your dovetails are not, I'm gonna ask you for a pair of scissors. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fluff all of these tails, and look how cute this is. Really simple, really quick. And the only other thing I'm gonna add is gonna be some of these pine cones, and it's going to be a focal point. So I'm gonna add 3. You know that if you've been watching this channel, you know I like to add sets of 2s, 3s, and 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and add one right here, making sure that my reindeer doesn't fall. Then I'm gonna go ahead and attach another one over to the top. I want it to be a cluster, so they have to be together, of course. So just make sure that you swirl that wire right there. See, I'm telling you, it wants to fall off. And then I'm gonna go ahead and attach the last one, which is going to be right here, right next to them. So this one I'm just gonna swirl with this one right here to make it cluster together by hiding this wire. Then you wanna go ahead and fluff all of these pretty bows like this. Make sure all of your dovetails show. And look at that, really quick, really simple, very striking. What do you guys think? Okay, so we're done looking back. So now we have to look forward at what's to come here at Ramon at Home for the Christmas season 2022. We have so many DIYs coming your way for Christmas, and I really hope that you are inspired, that these Christmas decorations will inspire you to create beauty in your home this holiday season for you and for your family members. These are some of the DIYs for Christmas 2022 that are yet to come. Let's take a look. Well, what do you guys think? Hasn't this year been just so much fun with all the Christmas decorating? Looking back is the best way to get inspired. Let me tell you, you can look back at pictures of the things you've done in the past or videos that you put perhaps on your saved playlist here on YouTube, and just take a look back and be inspired to create beauty in your home this holiday season. I had so much fun sharing with you guys all of these projects, and let me tell you, I cannot be more excited for all of the Christmas decorations 2022 yet to come for 2022. I hope that you are as excited as I am. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to leave your comment down below, and also remember to check out my social media and my Etsy shop linked in the description box below. Keep in mind that all of the videos are going to be listed the way they appear in case that you want to check out any of them. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, and as always, you can watch more videos right now. Until next time, bye.